We're back. I'm Ray, and this is Voices Not Yet Heard. I would like to talk about the events of several days ago at Donald Trump's rally in Albuquerque, New Mexico. What is going on in this country when you have people hurling rocks and bottles at police, the very people that are out there to serve and protect us? I understand there were several policemen injured. I refuse to call these people, I like to call them leftist, liberal liabilities, because I think that's what they are. And they are not protesters. Mahatma Gandhi in 1948 protested against the great British Empire. Dr. Martin Luther King in 1965 protested against injustice. These people are not protesters. There's rioters. A number should appear on the screen shortly if you'd like to call in. I'd like to talk about this. I'd like to hear other opinions about what's going on, and I would like to make a plea. Donald Trump will be here tomorrow morning. Please do not injure our law enforcement officers. They're there to help us. That's their purpose. And even you liberal leftist liabilities, they're there to protect each and every one of us. So if there's anyone out there who would like to call in, the number's on the screen, please feel free to call in. Let's talk about this. Hopefully things will go well tomorrow. I am very concerned about what might happen. We certainly don't want what happened in Albuquerque to happen here, okay? And one other thing. Blue lives matter. Black lives matter, white lives matter, but blue lives also matter. I think we're going to cut to a commercial here real soon. We'll be back. I have a comedy group called Mirror Comedy, and I can't wait. They're my guests today. We're going to sit and we're going to talk with them right after this commercial in 2 and 2. We are once again back. I'm Ray. This is Voices Not Yet Heard, and we have a comedy group here today.
How's it going? How's it going?
And called Comedy, or Mirror Comedy, is that correct?
Yeah,
Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourselves? Introduce yourselves. Tell us a little bit about what you do.
My name is Mauricio. I am 19 years old. I am from Orange County, California, and I'm living here in Merced. I've chosen a little Merced, beautiful Merced.
I grew up in Chowchilla, so
nice. They have really good tacos there in Chowchilla.
Oh, yes, they do, among other things. Thank you.
So I'm residing in Merced now, going to the University of California, Merced, and Mirror Comedy was just something really, really interesting, really fun that we've been doing. I'll go ahead and let her introduce herself.
I'm Jasmine, and my role in the company is CCO, so I handle all the social media, marketing, and PR and stuff like that. I oversee.
When was this group founded? When did you start this?
Less than a year ago.
Oh,
so
great.
We've been in business for about 5 months now,
Yeah.
and we've been rapidly growing thanks to our supporters that we've had at the town of Merced. We've been growing very, very rapidly. After the first show we had local comedians and comedians from all over the place trying to book us. So come on, let me get on the
wonderful.
show. I want to travel to Merced, travel to different places. Come on, hook us up. Since then, we've been beautifully throwing shows. We partner up with, what we really like to do is we like to partner up with local communities and local restaurants who are really hurting through the economy and whatever. So we like to come in, we host a show, we bring more foot traffic into the restaurants, and we have a good time. A lot of the comedy that we bring is we really try to bring the best and the biggest comedians that are out there. People who we want to get out there and their names heard because we think they're funny.
And you start this. You perform tomorrow night, Friday, right?
Yeah.
At what time?
We have a show tomorrow at 9. Well, doors open at 8 at the Tower Theater down the street. And we also have meet and greet tickets, and the meet and greet
tickets.
Mm-hmm.
Now
explain
that a little bit. So.
Okay, so we have 4 comedians. We have Nick Guerra. He just was featured on the Tonight Show.
Oh, great.
And we have,
he also he was on The Last Comic Standing. He was one of the finalists.
Oh, he was?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this. This sounds just pretty exciting for Fresno.
And we have Jack Knight. He's from Comedy Central, and then we have 2 other comedians, Anthony Kay and Insane Wayne, and they're Central Valley favorites, so they've been all over the Central Valley and the Bay Area.
Where's some of the places that you played in the past?
Our previous shows have only been in Merced, so we've used Bella Luna's and
510 Bistro. Bangkok Thai restaurant. Those are a couple of places we work with
Yeah.
continuously. But we're really excited. We're hitting Fresno this time
Yeah.
around. We're really big. We're really happy to grow and be able to bring comedy to different places in the Central Valley, because that's our big point with this business, is to be able to provide a quality entertainment, create that entertainment market in the Central Valley compared to comparing even better than LA and San Francisco. So we're trying to bring bigger things into the Central Valley to help
Let-
the local economy.
Let's hope we can be that vehicle for you.
Yeah,
and
we hope so,
guard
we
you
hope
forward.
so.
That would be great. And so tomorrow night at 9 o'clock
Yes.
at the Tower Theater.
Theater District. We'll be playing 4 comedians. We're really excited. All these comedians are excited. They're
Yeah.
very happy to be traveling all the way to Fresno, California. But they're all really looking forward to it.
Well, I am too, and I think our audience, if you have a restaurant, if you have you'd like to boost your attendance, contact us, get in
Yeah,
touch with this
contact us.
great group, and perhaps they can help you. You know.
Of course.
Anything else that you want to tell us, just feel free.
No, just we're glad to be in Fresno. This is our first time, and even though I'm a local of the Central Valley, I've never really been
Where,
around Fresno.
where did you grow up?
I'm from Merced.
Oh, wow, so you're
Yeah.
both from Merced.
No, he's actually from the LA area.
Oh, and he's settled in Merced.
Yeah, I
Okay.
settled in Merced.
Well, I remember as teenagers, we would always go to Merced. That was considered the big city. I think Chowchilla had 5,000 people and Merced had 15. So we were going to the big time when we went into Merced. So I do look forward to coming. I think I'm going to ask my girlfriend, we're going to come and see your,
Oh,
your
yeah,
show
bring
tomorrow
the-
night.
bring all
You
your
should.
friends.
Bring all your friends. Bring your aunt, your uncle.
Would
your
you, could we talk about tickets, the price of tickets?
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
definitely.
Okay.
So if you want to sit in the front, you could get meet and greet tickets again. Get to meet all these comedians, take a picture with them. It's gonna be like about $31. That's including the fees. If you want to sit a little bit in the middle, that's gonna be about 20, 25,
Okay.
and 21 no 18 all the way in the back.
Oh,
But
okay.
you'll still get good, pretty seating.
I've been there. They've got great
Yeah.
acoustics. It's a wonderful
They've
place
got a
for
great place.
theater.
It's a beautiful place. But yeah, basically it's only 3 prices tickets. They start at $18. Get them ASAP, because if you want to really meet the comedians, they're really
There's
funny
only
people.
a limited number of VIP
Yeah.
tickets. So.
Mirror Comedy tomorrow night at 9 o'clock, and we look forward to. I certainly look
Yeah.
forward to
Thank
hearing
you, thank you.
Anything else? I mean, that you could tell the audience that maybe would help you. We can fill that Tower Theater.
We're just hoping to establish a stronger community for comedy here in the Central Valley, and this Fresno show is kind of our stepping stone into that. So I think all the support that we can get will be really beneficial to the community and just everyone.
You know, you are both too young to remember this, but there used to be comedy stores in L.A. And they were so much fun. It was inexpensive. You could go, and I actually saw Eddie Murphy before he became famous.
Really?
Yeah, that's kind of dating how old I am. But I did. I saw him, and I saw Gilda Radner before they became famous. She was on Saturday Night Live
Yeah.
probably long before you. But we do look forward to your performance tomorrow night, and we're going to cut to a commercial, I think. We'll be back in 2 and 2. This is Ray. I'm back. This is Voices Not Yet Heard. I'd like to, again, talk a little bit about Donald Trump. 2 things. One thing is, of course, the fact that he's coming to our valley. I'm so excited. I can't wait. I had my ticket yesterday, and I plan on being there early in the morning so that I can see the next president of the United States. Now, once again, I plea to the rioters. You know, this is not a vehicle for you. You know, be a protester. Be at peace. Do things the right way. You do not have the right to infringe on Donald Trump's First Amendment rights. You have rights. He has rights. I am also selling. A friend of mine is selling a Donald Trump shirt here, and I would like to display it here. There's a couple of them. One is there's only one actually that's a Trump shirt, and I'm going to hold it up here. And the number should appear on the screen. The guy's name is Ron Allen. And is that, yeah, that's good, huh? Yeah. And if you're interested in this, you can call the number on the screen, and he will give you all the details. And there's also another one. This one, I really like this one. I think it's kind of neat. It's not a Donald Trump shirt, but it's a great shirt. This is the front. I'm going to hold this up so that you can read on the back. I think this is great. And one more. And this is one-sided, if I'm not correct. Yes, it is. It's one-sided. If you like this, call the number on the screen. The gentleman will help you. Once again, I'd like to bring in my guest, Mirror Comedy, and they're here with us. And we're excited about you for tomorrow. We really are.
Thank you.
And we hope your audience, I hope you get a big
Yeah, we hope so
audience.
too. You know,
Yeah.
the more support we start getting from like the local communities, the better communities we can bring. So we're really excited. You know, we really want to expand the amount of things there is to do in Merced. We want to bring quality things for the communities and improve local economies. So like while we're making everybody laugh, we're also doing that thing out there. You know, like
There's
bringing
a-
people and more people to see the.
There's a
beautiful Central
great
Valley.
art center there. I went there to see a play, and it was about the great country western singer, Patsy Cline.
Yeah.
And it was absolutely wonderful. This is 4 or 5 years ago. So they have a great arts and cultural center there that I understand is growing. And obviously now you're a part of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
Part of
great.
the growth.
I don't think we have enough art and culture in our society. We need as much as we can get,
Yeah.
especially for the young people. You know.
Definitely.
You, by the way, you guys both have great smiles, but you don't do comedy, huh?
No, we're
No,
not
no,
the
no.
funny ones.
No, once in a while I'll host a couple shows, hold a couple jokes, but I'm not as funny as like
I
a real
can-
comedian. You know.
Who is your favorite comedian? Can I ask that of the group? Is there a person that's favorite? If you don't want to answer that, you don't have to.
Yeah, I
If
think
that-
I'd go with Louis C.K.
Louis C.K.
Louis C.K. Yeah, Louis C.K. He's such a funny comedian,
Mhm.
mastermind. If I don't know if you've seen the show on Netflix,
Mhm.
really good show. I think just the way he put the show together was just incredible.
Now, does he
Funny guy,
also,
funny
all
guy.
your comedians, do they live in Merced, most of them, or do they just come in?
Well, one of them is from Modesto.
So he's in the area.
Yeah, in the
Yeah.
area.
But a lot of our comedians do come out from the LA area and
Sure.
around, yeah.
That's wonderful. You know, my business partner, his name is Guy Graham. He is one of the funniest people I've ever been around. I mean, you cannot be around this guy. We laugh all day when we're working. It's not even work, it's play and fun. And I really enjoy him every day. And from the very beginning in the morning till we finish at night, we're always laughing. If we're driving down the street, if we're moving a mobile home, whatever, that's my business. Whatever we do, it's funny. Or he makes it funny. He's a wonderful person. He would be a great vehicle for. I keep trying to talk him into doing it. And he's done a couple of
open
things.
mics.
Yeah. You have open mics?
Right now, we started some within the university. We started doing open mics, but after a while, we stopped doing them because we were too busy focused on the show.
Well, if you do get back to that, let me know. I would
Yeah,
like
definitely.
to, you know, and he would be
Let's,
glad to audition. I'm putting him on the spot right now. He's probably going crazy out there, but he is a very talented man in more ways than one. So if you have that, let us
Yeah,
let us know.
Okay.
Where do you go from here after you leave Merced? Where do you go?
Well, our goal is to have shows in other theaters around the Central Valley,
Yeah.
but also to continue helping restaurants and other smaller venues because doing that we help like local business owners, and I think that's
Yeah.
one of our goals is to stay in the valley and help.
So
Valley.
do you go to these restaurants and talk to them about what you do?
Yeah, so we we just walk in and we pitch them, say, on a slow night, do you want to make revenue using our show? We would keep the ticket sales and you take whatever you make from food. and
You know,
drinks.
have you approached any local restaurants at all?
In
We've
Fresno?
approached some Clovis restaurants, like the Cantina and a couple coffee houses.
Oh,
And
that's good.
we're collaborating with them right now, but nothing concrete.
You know, there is a great restaurant here, and the gentleman that owns it is Mike Serenian, and everybody knows about it. It's called the Elbow Room. You might just talk to him about that. He does all kinds of things, mostly music, but I don't think he's ever attempted comedy. And also, we have the Fig gigs in Fig Garden Village coming up in June. And it's always all music. I'm sure you could talk to some people over there, and maybe that would be a great venue for us. And the audience is huge. It's outside. So they set up tables and chairs and stuff, and all the local restaurants actually set up and serve out there, all of them
Oh,
in
wow.
Fig Garden Village. That might be something for you to look at.
Yeah, I mean,
definitely.
we're expanding potentially. We're not just going to do comedy. Once we have our local comedy plays or venue, we're going to be able to transfer onto. Right now, we're also working on skits. So we're doing film and production, and we're also working on music. We were working with a local studio too, like a studio record company, and they're helping us out. So like a couple rappers, local rappers, to help them out, and be able to produce more art.
So between songs, you would come on and do comedy.
Yeah.
Huh? There used to be a group, and I can't remember their name, but they ended up on Saturday Night Live for a short stint. And what they did was they did skits, kind of like Saturday Night Live,
Yeah.
and I think that's why they molded kind of into Saturday Night Live. But they were a group, and they did skits, and they were so funny. I mean, I saw several of them. So tell me a little bit about your skits. Are they just on lots of different things, or?
Yeah, like we'll do like short skits on Snapchat. I remember like last time we did a funny skit where it was like me and my buddy were in the car, and he was an Uber, and he was picking up somebody from some random guy because of the Uber app. So he picks up the person, and then the person tries to put a gun on his head. He's like, "Come on, my rent's gonna be free," and it just kind of extended into like the guy asking the driver to pull down his pants while he was driving.
Oh my
It
goodness.
was just crazy stuff.
It sounds crazy. It sounds crazy. Well, I think we'll go to a commercial. We'll be back and say 2 and 2. We're back. I'm Ray. I have my two wonderful guests here. We're going to ask them a few more questions about their comedy. I'm so fascinated by comedy. I mean, I'm not a funny guy, but I like being around funny people. And laughter is so healthy for all of us, you know. I think it was Mr. Cousins who stated that it has been known to help with cancer and several other things. So we should laugh a lot more, all of us. So tell me a little bit about what you did prior to getting to comedy. I mean, you're young, so you're obviously in high school. What made you decide to do this? I'm very curious.
Well, I mean, our company Merit Comedy started with just 3 of our friends, like just me, Manny, and our friend Renee. He's actually the CEO, but he's not here today. And well, Renee proposed like the idea to Manny. Manny jumped on it, and I was like, "Hey, let me help too. I like social media, so that was like my thing." So like talking in the past, like I really like social media, so I kind of just like got the hang of that and like how to get followers and how to like promote and stuff like that. So that's just kind of my forte. I like to mess with social media.
It must be great to have a vehicle like that and watch it grow. Watch it expand.
Definitely. I think especially in the short amount of time that we've built this company, we've just had so much support from like the community, like the Merced community, the UC community, and just like everyone that comes in contact with us is very like proud of what we're doing and bringing to the Central Valley.
That's what we need. We need vehicles like this. We all do. I hope you'll come back someday.
Oh
definitely.
yeah, of
Sit on my
course.
show,
We want
and I've
to come
enjoyed
back.
having you. And I'm not. You're not going away yet. Okay. What I'm going to do is make a couple of statements again about Donald Trump and the rally tomorrow. I'm very concerned with what's happening here in the valley, and I'm very much concerned because of what happened in Albuquerque. And I understand there were several policemen, men in blue, that were injured, and that's just appalling to me. You know, and it just can't happen. This is ridiculous that people would go out and hurl bottles and stones and whatever after people that, and especially police, who are there to help to all of us, including them. So I am concerned. I hope people that are going to the rally tomorrow will have peace in their hearts. I hope you will realize that this man has a right to voice his opinion, as do you, but do it through protest, not through riots. I heard a statement came from the Washington Post the other day, and it seems like everyone is battling Donald Trump. There's so many people that, and I think that's where the riots are coming from. But the Washington Post supposedly hired 25 reporters to dig up things on Donald Trump. Now, whether that's true or not, I'm not going to speculate on that. I'm just going to say that it's one of the many things that this man will overcome. He overcame just so much to get there, and it's really the kind of man I want. I mean, if you think about how he persevered, and he did, And every time something was thrown at this man, he overcame it. That's the kind of man I would love to have in the White House. That's the kind of man that I think that can run this country. And he's made some promises, and I believe him. I believe that we'll build a wall, you know. I believe that he will make our nation so powerful that no one will want to mess with us. You know, after 1946, after the Second World War in 1945, no one wanted to mess with the United States. We were that powerful. And I would like to see that happen again with our country. I would like to see jobs brought back to this country, you know, from China, from Mexico, so that we can build the middle class. And that's what Donald Trump wants to do. He wants to build the middle class, and when you build the middle class, everyone prospers. And that's what I believe that he will do, and I can't wait to hear him tomorrow morning. I think we're going to cut to commercial. We'll be back in 2 and 2. I love to do that. This is Ray. I'm back with my two guests from Mirror Comedy, and I'm going to talk to them a little bit. We would really like to boost what's happening tomorrow night at the Tower. Come out and see this wonderful group.
It's going to be exciting.
It's going to be exciting. It's going to be exciting. I know that it is. And we talked a little bit about what they did prior to this, and I asked them a question off camera. If they're so young and they're so organized, I am so impressed with these two young men, the young man and the young lady here. I'm very impressed with them, and I personally am going to go to your show tomorrow night. I look forward to it. I was thinking of what we're going to do. My girlfriend and I tomorrow night. We're going to come to your show.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll come laugh. We'll come laugh. And there's wonderful places, by the way, if you did come down to the Tower District. I'm sure you're aware of it. Wonderful restaurants. There's Livingstone's. There's Cuca's, a great Mexican restaurant. And there's Livingstone's that have been here. I think their specialty is crab stuffed shrimp, which is just incredible. But they have some wonderful restaurants down here. Sequoia Brewing Company, they brew their own beer. Come down, have dinner, go and see these young people, laugh, have a great time. It'll make your weekend, I think. Anything else you'd like to say? Feel free.
I just hope that people come to the show. I think we have a really diverse set of comedians that are going to come, so I think...
Come and laugh. You'll have fun.
You'll like one of them at least. One of them will be appeal to you, so...
You'll end up following them on Twitter, on Snapchat, seeing
good.
what they're doing. You know, and they really like to talk to people a lot, too. So these comedians...
So they interact with the audience.
Yeah, definitely.
yeah,
They like
definitely.
Oh, that's
to interact with the
wonderful.
audience, you know,
So that's the advantage of having the seats up close, right?
yeah, definitely.
You can get picked on.
Or maybe get hit on.
Yeah.
It depends.
Hey, it's all in fun. It's
Yeah.
all in fun.
But yeah, it's definitely exciting. When me and the co-founder, my buddy, when he came to me with this idea, he was just kind of like, dude, I want to be a comedian. I was like, all right, well, what are you going to do? He did it. We got up out of the couch. We went to go find a place to do comedy. We ended up getting the opportunity, and here we are. You know,
That's
we're very
wonderful.
excited. The Central Valley is beautiful. The people are fucking amazing.
Well, you've got a
They're
variety.
great.
Yeah.
We got a great variety.
You've got a variety of people.
Diversity, Central
Yeah.
Valley.
A lot of diversity.
Yeah.
So you will, I'm sure, appeal to a lot of people. You know, and that's once again at 7 or 9 o'clock.
It's at 8 o'clock. Doors open at 8 o'clock.
Show
Show begins at
starts
9.
How long will the show go on approximately?
Probably about
An hour,
an hour to an hour and a half or 2 hours.
Oh, that's a lot of laughing.
Yeah,
I look
yeah.
forward to it. A lot of laughing.
laughing.
I look forward to that. I've got to ask the both of you individually, who's your favorite comedian today, or one of your favorite comedians? Is that hard?
Yes, that's
Because there's so
really
many
hard
of
for
them.
me, yeah.
I
I follow so many of them on social media that I just like a lot of them.
Can you tell us of a young comedian that's coming up that we might be able to look for?
Oh, Nick Guerra.
Nick Guerra.
We're actually having him on the show tomorrow.
Oh,
Yeah, he
good.
was just on the Tonight
Tell
Show.
me his name again.
Nick Guerra.
And he was on the
He
Tonight
was
Show?
on the
He was on
Tonight
Tonight
Show. You can look him up on on YouTube or on the Tonight Show.
He's also
website.
performed for Gabriel Iglesias, Fluffy.
Mhm.
He's performed for him. He's a well-known Central Valley comedian too, who comes around all the time. He was recently in Merced. Nick Guerra, like I said, he's been on Last Comic Standing. He was one of the finalists.
Yeah, I remember
Um,
saying.
Yeah.
His his album is actually on iTunes too. So
Yeah.
if you give that a listen, like while driving, it's hilarious.
It's fun. He's
Oh,
a funny
yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
He's a really
Who
funny
else?
guy.
Anyone else that we may look for tomorrow when we come, especially that?
I think all these comedians,
I think all of these comedians are worth looking at.
we
on
handpicked them
YouTube.
especially
Yeah.
for the crowd, to get a good laugh. These comedians are upcoming, and we're trying to get their name out there.
I know I asked you off camera if you had any female comedians, and you said that you had two at
Yes.
one time.
Yeah, we've had
Yeah.
two. Aisha Birdsong,
Mhm.
she's been a very local comedian that comes out to our shows. We've had Ali Makovsky. She's been
That
working.
name sounds very familiar. Now, is she on a major show or something?
I don't believe so, but she does frequently do shows in LA.
She does shows in
Yeah.
LA, and she does
And she
Vine a
hosts,
lot.
Yeah.
She works with a couple Viners, Dave Gregory, Ryan Dune, a bunch of them. It's pretty. So whenever we get to meet them, we kind of get the vibe of what they like to do. So it's pretty cool,
Well, it sounds like the type of show that just kind of comes together, huh? And I'm
Yeah.
sure that has
Yeah.
to do with you two. I'm sure you're a major
Oh, we
part of
have
making that
actually
up.
have a whole team.
Whole
It's 10 of
team.
us that
Oh, it is?
work
Whole team, yeah.
day in and day out to
wow.
do this besides school and other
Can you
things.
tell us a little bit about actually putting a comedy thing together, say prior to the show? What goes on backstage? I'm curious.
Oh, backstage. Well, I mean, planning usually takes like 2 to 3 weeks,
2 to
right?
3 weeks.
So first we have to find a venue. We secure our venue on a date and time, and then our CEO / comedian Renee will go out and find
Comedians from
that
LA.
he believes will fit the crowd that we expect at our venue, and then after that we create our itineraries. Like we have
Our whole
operations
schedule, how
manager
everything's
makes
gonna go.
our,
We
and
print
then
out our flyers. We plan our marketing schedule.
we have a graphic
So
designer.
we have a graphic designer. We work with cinematographers, photographers,
Mm-hmm.
everything. Very high quality because that's what we really want to create.
Do you advertise the local media with maybe the newspapers, maybe on radio or television? Do you do
Yeah.
some of that?
We do. We do most of our marketing via social media and word to mouth, but we have been on some smaller newspapers.
That all helps, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
everything helps. Every share and and follow helps. So much.
Once again, you've got to come out. Like I
You
said,
have
come
to
down.
out, check these comedians out.
Absolutely. Have some dinner in one of these fine restaurants. I love the Tower District. It reminds
me
me,
too.
it has always reminded me of San Francisco.
A little.
Yeah,
a
it,
little.
it's,
It's slower pace, but
yeah, artsy craftsy type
Yeah.
place, and I've always loved that about it. It's one of my favorite places, and they've got good company players here.
Yeah.
We've got that wonderful venue for theater, and I've been attending theater there for 20 years,
Wow.
and it's so you fit right into that, to all
Yes,
of that.
definitely.
And I would think that, the theater starts, I think, at 8 o'clock. I was hoping to get some of those people, but that's just about the time that
Yeah.
your show is going to start.
Yeah.
But if people will come down, have a wonderful dinner, come and see your show, and
They'll
laugh for
enjoy
2
it.
hours, you will go home very, very happy, believe me.
Definitely.
I know I'm looking for it. I'm going to go back, excuse me a minute, and talk again a little bit about Trump and a little bit about what's happening in this country. He is our nominee. He is going to be our nominee, and I'm just about to call him Mr. President because I think that's what he's going to be. And I hope, I really do hope, that the GOP, our grand old party, will all get behind him. We need the heavy hitters to stand up to the plate. I understand Paul Ryan is about to get on board, but we need Jeb Bush. We need the great senator from South Carolina, Lindsey Graham, and we need people, small people like you and I. Talk to your congressman, find out what you can do. Volunteer to do anything that you can to make sure that we back this man. We don't want another 8 years of this present administration. We don't. I mean, I don't have to expound on that. We all know what's happening. We all know that we are about in this country to approach a debt of $20 trillion. It's unbelievable. This has got to stop. This has got to be turned around. We have got to have somebody that will guide us back to prosperity. This country was built on prosperity, and we need to get back to that. I think we're going to go to commercial, and I'll be back with my two wonderful guests. We should be back at 2 and 2. I'm Ray. I'm back. I'd like to talk again a little bit about Mr. Trump. Our party, the GOP party, by the way, we're the party of Lincoln. Reagan, and now Trump. And, you know, if someone asked me the other day, they said, who's your favorite president? And I said, without a doubt, it was Ronald Reagan. I think Ronald Reagan did more for this country, more for the state of California than any governor we had, ever had, and more for this country. And I think, I really do believe that Ronald Reagan mirrors, that Donald Trump mirrors Ronald Reagan in a lot of ways, you know. He's outspoken. He tells us what he's going to do, and he will do it, you know. I think that we really, really need to find some way, whatever that vehicle is, to back him in every possible way. Come out tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock if you have a ticket, and I hope you do. I have mine. And let's support this man. Let's cheer for him, and let's hope that the rioters, because I refuse to call these people protesters. As I said, you know, a protester is totally different from a rioter. Rioters start trouble. And please, if you are on the other side, if you are a rioter, do it peacefully. Become a protester. Do not harm our men in blue. They're wonderful. We have a great police department here, you know, and they're here to protect us. And they're here to protect you as well. So have some respect for our city. Have some respect for our wonderful law enforcement officers. And for goodness sake, have some respect for yourself. Okay? I would like to someday not be able to refer to you as leftist liberal liabilities. At this point, with what happened in Albuquerque and Anaheim, I can't think of a better name for you. I'm going to bring my guests back. We don't have a lot of time left, and we're going to talk about this comedy thing. It makes me smile because deep down in my soul, I think I always wanted to be a comedian. I didn't have talent, but I think I always wanted. But I've known a few local comedians that have been funny, and I know so many funny people, you know, that make me laugh. You ever known a guy that as soon as he walks in the room, everybody starts laughing? You know,
Our CEO.
Our co-founder, our CEO and co-founder.
Yeah.
you know, my mother loved Rodney Dangerfield, and every time she saw him, she'd start laughing. And her and I were in Las Vegas one time. I got to tell you the story. She laughed so hard that he came out. He took a break, and he came out and he actually gave my mom an autographed picture, and she had it until she died. I mean, she on her wall in her bedroom, she thought Rodney Dangerfield. She'd see him on TV, and she'd start laughing. She wouldn't do anything after she saw it. Comedy is a way of life that to me, that is so necessary in this society. And with things that are going on, and we're all stressed, we're stressed about this, I think there's an underlying fear that's gripping this country, you know, because we don't know what's going to happen, you know. We do know what's going to happen if this president administration continues in the form of a Hillary Clinton or Bernie Sanders. We do know what's going to happen there. But if fortunately, I think Donald Trump is going to prevail. I think he's going to turn this country around. And I think we're all going to prosper. I think it's going to be a good time for us. If you're a small businessman like I am, we need Donald Trump. We need somebody to stand up for the small person, and he will do that. He's a businessman and a very good businessman. I mean, obviously, you know. I was looking at some of the things that he owns yesterday, and it just goes on and on from Miami to New York, you know, just all over the country and the world. You know, this man is just phenomenal. And he's a good man with a great family. I don't know if you saw the interview, if you were fortunate enough to see the interview with Donald Trump's family. What a great family. His wife, his children, they're all brilliant, every single one of them. And I can see why he's so proud of him. Well, I'm proud of him. I am. And I'm proud. Proud to live in this country. I'm proud to be an American. I am a very conservative Republican, and I love this country. And that's why I want to see someone like Donald Trump running this country, because I will prosper. It'll be good for me. I guess we'll go to commercial again, and we should be back in like 2 and 2. I'm back. This is Voices Not Yet Heard, and there's a number that will appear on the screen. Please, feel free. This is your vehicle. If you'd like to call in, talk about Donald Trump, if you would like to talk about these two wonderful young people sitting here with me that are going to be doing comedies, feel free to use that as your vehicle to voice your opinion. And as I said, I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. I've got two great things happening in my life tomorrow. I get to get up early, go and listen to Donald Trump, which I know is going to be enlightening for me and wonderful for me. And then in the evening, I'm going to come down and have dinner. I haven't decided where yet. And then I'm going to go and see these two wonderful people. Now, let me ask you this. My girlfriend likes to meet people. Is it possible to sit and talk with you guys maybe after the show or before you
definitely.
two visit?
Yeah, of course.
Beforehand, we'll be there.
I would like
setting
that.
Up. Yeah, and you can definitely just follow us on Instagram or Facebook.
Okay.
Just let us know, and then we'll be happy to. Yeah, definitely.
We would love to come and meet you. She's a people person, as am I, and so we would probably after the show or whatever's convenient for you, we'd like to just come in and
Yeah,
talk
definitely.
to you.
Take a couple pictures with the comedians. Talk
Oh,
with them.
we would love that.
That'd be
We would
awesome.
love that.
Definitely.
I know that I still haven't cleared it with her. You know, I believe me, I've gotten in trouble by I think she'll.
Gotta
come.
let her know.
I've learned a
Gotta
long
let
time ago that you don't just book something from someone else. I mean, I've gotten in big trouble doing that. You know, so I've learned my lesson. So I need to. After this, I'll call her and see.
She's
and
probably
see if
home
she-
right now, like, damn it, Ray,
Yeah.
you did it again.
Yeah, oh yeah, and it has happened before. And she says, "You didn't talk to me." Well, I didn't, so I learned my lesson the hard way there. Now, is there anything else that people need to know? I mean, I guess it's just come out, see your show, enjoy your show.
Yes.
You can buy tickets at the front.
Oh, that's very good.
You can buy tickets at the front. Tickets start at $18. They go up to 32, I believe. And
That's for the front row
The front row
tickets.
tickets come with the meet and greet opportunity. You get to meet an hour before the show. You get to hang out with the comedians, take a couple of pictures, get to know them a little bit more, get a couple early laughs for the show. I think it's gonna be exciting. If you're willing to spend our Memorial Week, it's Memorial Weekend.
Yes, it
It's
is.
Memorial Weekend, perfect way to start Memorial Weekend.
Absolutely it is.
Friday night, a couple of beers with your friends, with your girlfriend.
Go see Donald Trump if you have a ticket. Come and see
Yeah,
this
definitely,
comedy show.
definitely.
It'd be a
Can
perfect
I get a ride
weekend.
with you to that rally tomorrow? I was thinking about going.
If you want to ride to that rally, have you got a ticket?
No.
Okay, maybe talk to some people out there, and if you can get a ticket and you tell me where you are, I would
Ooh,
love to
perfect,
pick you up. I
perfect.
will pick you up.
We could hand out some flyers over there, invite people to come laugh.
It's probably a good vehicle.
afterwards.
Now, it's down at the convention center, which is downtown if you don't have a ticket. And
Yeah.
It'd probably be a great idea now. I don't know what the laws are on passing out flyers, but I tell you what you can always, as I understand it, put them on cars. As long as
Yeah.
you don't, I don't think they allow you to actually go on their property and do it. But I used to do that when I was in the mortgage business, and actually I've done it in the mobile home business. I would just go into, like, when they have the fair, and I would just distribute my flyers everywhere. And the response was great. It's usually always 1 to 3%. So you will get a great response. And for this, it's going to be a lot better than trying to sell a mobile home or write a mortgage for somebody. For something like this, you're going to get I would say you might get a 10% response. So if you have them printed up and you put out 1,000 or so of them, I think you're going to get a great
Good
response.
Awesome.
It's going to be an exciting day. You
It's
guys,
gonna be a really
I am
exciting
so
day.
glad that you're on my show. I am. I had no idea. They said a comedy group is coming, and of course I like that anyway. But I had no idea I would meet two great young people. You know.
Thank you, thank you. No, you'll get a good laugh later on. We hope to bring a comedian here to talk with us, sit with us, and give us a couple laughs, give him a couple of his stories. He has really funny stories to tell.
That's tonight.
Yes.
Tonight.
Oh, I wish I could stick around. I've still got to go back and do some things at my mobile home business. But I wish that's at 7.
7. Yeah,
Yes.
7 tonight.
I might be able to come back. Is it going to be on
Yeah.
Central
Same
Valley
thing,
Talk?
Same thing, Central Valley Talk.
Oh, I'm glad
Hang
you're
out
getting
with
some
us,
exposure.
Laugh some more with us.
And what's his name?
Renee Vaca.
Oh,
Renee
that's the
Vaca,
guy
he's-
you told me about.
Yeah.
What's-
He's our co-founder, CEO.
Hmm. And he's the guy that
He's the guy,
Yes,
yeah.
he's
that
a
just
comedian.
walks in and everybody starts laughing. I love those kind of guys. You know, they make your day. And I would like to appeal to the audience. I mean, if you need a lift, you know, there's 2 things you can do tomorrow. We have this great vehicle. You can, if you have a ticket, go and listen to Donald Trump. If you're not sure about it, if you're straddling the fence, find a way to get a ticket and go and listen to this wonderful man. And when that's over, get inspired a lot more by coming out to the Tower District and observing Mirror Comedy.
Mirror Comedy.
You know, and,
Nick Guerra, Jack Nye, Insane Wayne, Anthony K, really good comedians coming out to Central Valley, showing them some love.
and you said it's about an hour show, 2-hour show.
2-hour show, yeah.
Okay. Well,
Good music too. We have our own DJ too.
Oh, do you?
So we'll be hoping to play some music too.
oh, that'll
Yeah.
in between comedians, probably.
Yeah, kind of to transition
Oh,
over.
that is wonderful.
Yeah, definitely.
I hope that some of our restaurants and other people that need to boost your attendance will call these young people, you know,
Definitely
because
call us.
a lot of times I've seen businesses have music and it just went sky high. And I don't know why comedy would not do the same thing. I'm sure that it will. Well, anyway, I'm going to cut to commercial. and we'll be back again in 2 and 2. Well, we're back, and I have my two guests here. I'm going to talk just briefly here about the party, about the GOP party, and I know most of you know that it was founded in 1854, and I find it very, very interesting that the first president elected under the GOP party was Abraham Lincoln. And 2.5 years later, he signed the Emancipation Proclamation. Of course, we went through the Reconstruction period at the time. But we are called the Grand Old Party, and we are that. And we are, most of us, conservative. We believe in America. We believe in making things better. And we have got to do something to turn everything around. Like I expounded on earlier, we're almost at a $20 trillion debt in this country. You know, we're failing. We're failing. We need Donald Trump. I honestly and truly believe this man will turn this country around. I believe he will bring prosperity back to this country and back to us, and we will all of us benefit by this man. So if you get a chance tomorrow, if you have a ticket, as I've said a couple of times before, please come and hear this great man. You know, give you a chance to see the next president of the United States. And I feel confident, very confident in calling Mr. Trump Mr. President. And I hope I'm the first one that said that, Mr. President. My two guests are still with me. And I think we've talked about just about everything about comedy, but we're going to try to say maybe a few other things. If you have anything to say, I mean, other than, and you can invite people again out. You can go ahead and explain what time it is, because a lot of times people don't hear, you know. So
well,
a couple.
Our show, the doors open at the Tower Theater at 8 p.m. and the show starts at 9. If you follow us on Facebook, Mirror Comedy, you'll find
great.
all the details on how to purchase your tickets, the different ticket packages, and any other information that you want. We also have like video links to videos of the comedians, so you can get a taste of what you're going to see. So yeah, if you go on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram and look up Mirror Comedy, you'll find everything.
So there's several different ways that they can purchase tickets for this.
Yes, well, everything is linked to the Tower Theater website, so you can either go through our social medias or just Google Tower Theater.
Now, this is just one night, right? You won't.
Yes,
okay.
just one night.
And I hope you come. Are you planning?
We're planning to come back somewhere in Fresno.
Maybe not there, but
more shows, better comedians, more things we're trying to bring here at the Central Valley. You can buy your tickets online at the towertheaterfresno.com. Tickets are $18. Really, really suggest if you purchase the meet and greet package, you'll get to laugh with the comedians.
Yeah.
Trust
Meet
me,
and greet
they're very funny
package.
people. They're really extremely excited. Like, they're really excited. The whole week we've been hearing from them how excited they are to come out and get a laugh with you all.
how long have you been here this week? Have you been here several days putting this together, or?
Yeah, we've been
yeah,
driving back
actually,
and forth from
back
Merced,
Oh,
just hanging
commuting
out
every
in the
day,
city,
yeah.
getting to like.
What is
try
that
out
about?
different,
That's about 60 miles, isn't it? Because I think it's 40 to
yeah.
40 to Chowchilla, my old stomping ground, and then another 20 miles to Merced, or 18 miles.
Yeah,
So yeah.
definitely.
So you've been commuting almost daily.
Almost daily, yes.
Hanging out here.
And usually it's our team members too. So there's 10 of us. So if it's not the two of us or our CEO, it's
You love this, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
wonderful. You know what they say? If you do what you love, everything else will fall into place, and I believe that. You know, you two young people are absolutely wonderful. I can't see you going anywhere but up. It's going to happen
Yeah.
for you. It
It's the
really
mindset
is.
we have. I think it's just excited to see, like, we've been seeing, like, in just 5 months, everything just kind of played out, and we're meeting a lot of people, which is great. I'm a people person. Like, if you put me in a room with random people,
Mhm.
I'll get to know each and every single.
That's
So,
wonderful.
I really like to talk to people, meet people. She does as well, but online and
yeah.
social media. I think that's really cool too.
You guys have great smiles. I mean,
Thank you.
I can't believe you're not comedians. I mean, you got that. You've got that look, that comic look.
Comic book.
Well, it's going to be a wonderful day. Friday is going to be a great day. Like I said, come out if you have a ticket. Let's see Donald Trump. Let's listen to what he has to say. And I'd like to give a warning and a shout out again to the rioters, because I refuse to call you protesters. Please, please come in peace tomorrow. If you don't like what Donald Trump has to say, then you don't have to be there. You know, you can go somewhere else, or you can sit quietly and listen. You don't have to riot. You don't have to fight with people. That's not what this society is all about, and it's not what we're about here in Fresno. You know, our policemen are out there to protect us, to help us, and we have a wonderful police department. So please, don't let what happened in Albuquerque happen in our town. We won't tolerate it. We will not tolerate it. Do not hurt our law enforcement officers. I think I'm going to cut to commercial real quick here, and we'll be back again for closing in 2 and 2. This is Ray, and this is Voices Not Yet Heard. And once again, I would like for this to become your vehicle, so that if you have a voice that has not been heard, well, this is the place to do it. You know, you can call in. I'll be back next Thursday discussing numerous topics. And I would like to close, I like to close with a little thing called a little something to think about. We're all in this wonderful world together. So I encourage you to do something for a stranger. Maybe it's helping that man that's trying, the elderly man that's trying to put a 40-pound bag of dog food in his car. Help him do that. Or maybe it's the lady who's sitting in the waiting room at a doctor's office, and you can see the fear in her eyes, or the stress and the anxiety. Maybe go over, sit beside her, and talk to her. Make her feel better. That's what this is all about. So until next week, when we joyously meet again, heaven's blessings.